Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
Winners of the 26th season of Dancing with the Stars, Adam Rippon and Jenna Johnson. Hi, guys. They're clapping for themselves.
Yay!
Yay! We made it.
Yes. Well, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you so much.
This is a little funny story, background story. You guys were booked on the show before we knew you were the winners.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
What?
Yeah, so it's like...
You liked us that much?
Well, absolutely. We wanted you here no matter what. But what are you doing? It's making lots of noise. All right. But once you won, it's like your value went way up. So,
you really didn't think you were... I mean, let me tell you, from day one, I came in here and I said, if he doesn't win,
It's over.
It's over. He's going to win. There's no way.
Well, you know what? When we were getting ready for the show, I said yes to do Dancing with the Stars. And I was like, I think I'll have fun. I think I won't be too bad at it. And then we did week 1, and I was like, oh, I messed up. Before we had started the competition.
Okay.
Because I went in, and Jenna's like, yeah, just try something like this. And I was like, I look terrible. I look
You were
so
just
bad.
stiff.
I was stiff.
Well, so, I mean, as coming
Stiff
in...
as a board, light as a feather.
Basically.
Let's play that. In coming in, did you have one moment, Jenna, where you're like, I don't know, maybe this is a bad idea?
Day 1, yes.
Yeah.
Now, did you know you were getting him like that? Or is it really like the surprise, like they make it seem like?
No, it is a surprise.
Okay.
I had been stalking him the whole Olympics because I knew we were doing athletes, and I was like, please, good karma, come on me, because I just wanted him so bad. And then it's a surprise. It's fully surprise,
Okay.
and I was like dying. My heart exploded.
Oh, did you know this? Did you know she had such adulation for you?
Well, actually, I was going through the pros of who were going to be on the season, and I was hoping I was going to get Jenna.
Right.
But we both did this thing where, like, we didn't go on each other's Instagram or, like any pictures. Or basically, I pretended that she didn't exist.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. In hopes that she would exist. And she did exist.
Look at that.
I know.
But look at, okay, time passes. Look how it turns out.
I know.
But so Adam has admitted that every week when it was time to perform, he was freaking out much more than you ever witnessed. Did you guys ever have this conversation
It was
later?
mental turmoil.
No, I saw it. I could read behind. Like, it was so bad. Okay, so he didn't let me know beforehand. And he had been amazing leading up to the rehearsals and to the premiere. And then we're seriously on the floor. They're playing our package. It's like 20, 19, 18. And I'm like, let's go over this part just to get, blanks. Forgets everything. And I'm like,
like every step you
every
learned?
step. I'm like, we
she's
practiced this for
right
2
foot,
weeks.
And I'm like, left foot.
And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, we're going down. Expectations, we're going down. And then he just came out of nowhere, killed it. He never had performed it like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, if this is his process, I'm going to kill him.
Well,
and it was every week.
Was this your process during the Olympics as well?
Well, you know what? It's a little different because, like, the Olympics, you train, 20 years for.
Right.
So, you have 20 years to get the steps together. I Dancing with the Stars. There's here's a week and a half. So it's not comparable.
Right.
But what I do is sometimes What I do is when I'm doing something, I usually do everything full out.
Right.
And then as soon as I try to do it half out, just mark it, I forget everything.
So when you do,
yeah, when I do,
you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Do.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
I can't don't do.
But here's what I'm thinking. I mean, we're making assumptions. We just met each other, all of us, and when we watched you compete at the Olympics, we my partner and I were looking at each other. We just started crying because it was the most beautiful thing. I mean, you were flowing around the rink, and the music, it was all just drama. It was there, and I was asking myself, does he know what he's doing? Do you even think about what you're doing, or is it just automatic flow? You just know it so well, you just pour yourself into it.
Well, because I do everything full out in practice, when I get to the competition, I literally only think of a few key things. And that's what I found what I was doing in the dance competition as well. That I practice it so that I don't need to think about it.
Right.
But then there's that extra adrenaline where it's everything, your blood is flowing.
Yeah.
You're truly living in the moment.
Yeah.
There have been times definitely when I'm skating and I was like, oh, not good.
Really? So is he his own worst enemy, basically?
Yes and no. I think he's very hard on himself, and he would watch it back, and every time we would like watch it back on our phones, he'd be like, "Oh, I need to do that better. I need to." I'm like, "You're amazing. Like, enjoy it." He's such an artist, I feel like, and he's such a true performer that I think that was the best thing for us going into the show. And I think people got to see that. Even at the Olympics, I think he was like a true artist, and he had so much beauty on the ice, and I think that's why everyone fell in love with his movement. It was beautiful.
There you go.
Jenna.
But as far as the judging at the Olympics, I felt like it just they were looking for this technical stuff. You had to like check off all these stupid boxes, but we enjoyed your see, I don't even want to call it a competition. To me, it was a performance. I mean, there's that thin line between
Yeah. For me, it's such a thin line. I'm so thin. It's just so crazy.
Did you lose more weight while you were doing Dancing with the Stars? I mean,
Are you kidding me?
Well, I don't know.
When I was at the Olympics, I was like, so we were doing the Stars on Ice tour at the same time that we were doing Dancing with the Stars. And I kept telling Jenna, I was like, all right, Jenna, what kind of lifts are we going to do? She's like, we're the same size.
I was like, until you pack on about 20 pounds, you're never going to lift me. So we were in bulking season during Dancing with the Stars. He told me that he was eating a piece of bread for breakfast and a piece of bread for dinner before the Olympics.
What?
wow, what a hearty meal.
That's 2 pieces.
Oh my God.
If you do the math, it really is a lot of
Yeah, excuse
lot
me.
of
I was like,
bread.
what?
Yeah. That's 2 pieces.
And you're going to try to lift me? No.
I was eating, I'll have 3.
I was wondering why you guys didn't do any lips and flippy, all that
Look
stuff.
at these.
This is the thing.
What
Skaters
lifts?
have amazing thighs.
Yeah.
So all of his strength was in his legs.
Okay, not in his arms.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
Okay.
But why-
Now, do you think you could skate with him? So he's
No.
danced with you. Can you skate with him?
No, I am so bad on skates. And so I promised him, though, at the end of all of this, that he can teach me something on the ice. And I'll
Okay.
look terrible, but I'll do it.
Doubtful.
Jesus, he can just lift you. You never can. His
Yeah.
skates can never touch the ice.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're just turning us on, it's Adam Rippon and, of course, Jenna Johnson in here. They just proved to the world that they are the best dancers in the world.
Yeah. Are you going to go on the tour, the dancing tour?
Now that I'm just like a pro now.
He keeps saying he's on Troop this next
Yeah,
season.
it's crazy. It's just like I can't wait till like the celebrity I'm gonna dance
I'm
with
going to
next
punch
year.
you.
Okay, may I tell you a little secret I know about Adam and Jenna?
Yeah.
They're sharing the same room. You're staying in the same hotel room.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Why is that?
It's because we seriously became obsessed with each other on this show. I don't know what it was, but we just instantly got connected. And this is our last day together, actually. This is our last day together.
Oh, there's going to be a problem.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Problem. So we had a little slumber party. We snuggled. We had our mirror balls on our little nightstands. We ordered food and watched The Voice last night.
Yeah.
That was our last night together.
Well, you know what? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I have to tell you something important
Yeah.
because yesterday we felt terrible because we took this red eye from LA to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just like got into bed. We just started like eating things and I could tan my face and bleach my teeth. So I feel so much better today, honestly.
I love you so much.
He bleached his teeth for the radio interview.
He did.
Yeah.
I was laughing because
They
Val,
sound very white.
Val is Jenna's boyfriend, right? And so when she posts the pictures of you guys, he has the hashtag Team Just Friends.
You know what? Val loves Adam so much. And I think this is the best situation that could have ever happened with
Right.
athlete season and getting a celebrity.
Yeah.
And so I think Val's kind of fallen in love with Adam as well. He's
Aw.
just obsessed with him in general. And I think what he's brought out of me in this season, it's been pretty awesome.
Well, who isn't obsessed with Adam?
Yeah.
I
let's
mean,
get
come
real.
on.
I mean, come
I'm
on.
gonna
I mean,
hang pictures
hello.
of you in my room when I get home, just everywhere.
Is Adam, and I'm going to ask this to Jenna, is Adam as into Adam as the rest of us?
No.
Does he?
Listen,
is
okay.
there like a lot of low self-esteem issues going on?
Actually, it's just like an outer exterior I put on, and it's just like I get home and it's like so hard.
I think he's so confident in himself, but he's the first one to be like, my face looks busted today. Like, he's always calling himself out, which I love.
I know it's terrible. It's terrible to like
Love yourself.
be so pretty, but also not at the same time.
It makes sense to me.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so what happens from this point forward for both of you? I mean, you have a 27th season coming up, right?
Yeah, and we also have Dancing with the Stars Juniors that just got announced. That will be happening in the summer. So we kind of go back-to-back seasons coming up here. That's what's happening with me. I'm dancing.
But Adam, what's next?
Elvis, I don't know.
Are you? We're hiring a new co-host. Are you
Yeah,
a new
come
co-host?
on, Adam.
Oh my God, yeah.
He needs to.
We need nice female presence on the show.
And you know what?
Ding.
What?
I'll bring that. My only request is that I will have as many pictures of myself as Max has in the green room.
Right?
Yes, he does
Max
have a lot of
the
pictures.
dog, yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't care. He just licks himself all day.
Same.
No, so seriously, are there plans, or do you need to like take a vacation? Don't you want to go somewhere?
I don't want to take a vacation for probably like the next year. I want to do as much as I can, work as much as I can, and just kind of see what feels right. And I just want to do something that I'm really passionate about, and that makes like a lot of money.
I'm with you.
I like that.
Yeah, like I want to stay thin, but I want my pockets to stay fat.
It's all making sense.
I know the visuals.
Yeah, I'm just like so thin, but like so thick.
Well, so is there money to be made doing Dancing with the Stars? I mean, can you make a living?
Again?
Can you make?
How many cha-chas do you want me to do?
No,
How many
really.
pasta
I'm not your
dobles?
monkey, Elvis.
Well, no, I've been watching you. Look, ever since the Olympics, the Olympics were over, I've seen you out there doing very important things for our community.
Yeah.
Your appearance on Ellen alone deserves some sort of award. But you're very, very so outspoken on so many great issues. And I see you, but I don't see, you can't make a living doing that. There's got to be something. You got to go work at a Baskin Robbins or something. We got to get you.
Right. It's just like, I think that I'm just going to do like important issues and Baskin Robbins.
Okay.
And I didn't know that would be my destiny until I came here and you were like, that Baskin Robbins. And then I was like, you're right. I need to meet her and work for her.
There's no woman named Baskin Robbins.
Baskin. First name Baskin.
That's a great drag name.
Baskin Robbins.
Please welcome to the stage.
Baskin Robbins.
Here she comes.
Well, there are okay. What about upcoming Olympics? Are you?
Are you kidding me?
No,
the
I'm
only
not.
time I will ever go to the Olympics again is like if I somehow got on a cruise and I got lost. I'm going to the Olympics again? Everyone there is 18.
You look 18.
Oh, I don't feel it.
Well, Jenna, as one of his best friends,
Yeah.
like if you two were alone in the bed with your mirror balls on the nightstand,
Yeah.
and
As we do.
and
Casually.
he said to you, well, what's your advice for me? What do you think I should do? What's best suited for me, in your opinion?
I think Adam needs a platform that he can continue to be Adam. And I don't know what that is. I think he needs to host. I think he
talk
needs
show.
Yes, I think he needs his own talk show. He's amazing with people. He's amazing with his views, and I want to see him soar. I want him to run for president in a few years. I would vote for him immediately, but
I'd be the first person to go from Baskin Robbins to Baskin in the Glory.
yeah.
There is that.
Yeah. No, I think he has so much ahead of him, and I'm happy that Dancing with the Stars is finally over and that he can venture and try all of these new things, but he needs to stay in the spotlight. He deserves it, and he should be there.
So I know you do a lot of work with Trevor Project.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about it.
Well, I started working with GLAAD and the Trevor Project.
Right.
And so, like you said, you know what? Like, after the Olympics, you are given this incredible platform. And I think it's important to, always be really authentic to you and be yourself. But, like, what does that mean? That doesn't mean just like, I'm just me and just like loud.
Right.
I think that
And you're very good at that, by the way.
right, because I am just me and I am just loud.
You succeed.
And I think that means like, what do you stand for? What's important to you? And then that message of being yourself speaks even louder.
Mm-hmm.
And so working with the Trevor Project, the things that they do for LGBTQ youth is really important. It's really amazing. And to have the opportunity to come back here to New York. And when is that? June 11th. Thank you, Susan, my publicist.
What's June 11th?
June 11th is the Trevor Live gala dinner.
Oh, that's right. I was invited to that. I'm going. Are you hosting?
I am
Oh,
hosting.
please don't embarrass us.
I won't.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
How could I?
But look, there are a lot of people who are in the spotlight that just want to just do their thing and leave the spotlight. They don't want to use their voice to make a difference. And you have decided that this is definitely a priority for you.
Well, you know what? I think that like the celebrity that comes with everything is sort of like a byproduct. I'm not out just to try to get famous. What I really love doing is I love entertaining. I love making people laugh. I love interacting with people. I like sharing my story and learning other people's stories and highlighting and raising people up. Because that gives me a lot of joy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that every opportunity I have to kind of do that and help other people, I'm going to take it. And I think that I have a kind of a knack for doing that and also bringing humor into it and not making it too serious, but also kind of hitting home at why it's important to me.
There you go. No, you know him better than we do. Is he talking smack, or is that from the heart? All
this is genuine, and I think that's one of the most amazing things I've learned about him these past 6 weeks. He's so true to himself, and I love watching him interact with others, and to just see him when we're just walking and people swarm to him. He's this magnet, and he loves to talk to people and he loves to hear their story. And it's been amazing to just watch them thank him. Just thank you so much for being you and for standing up for us. And it's been so beautiful to watch.
Well, I tell you what, I'm no stranger to Trevor Project. As a matter of fact, because of your loud voice and because of all the good work I know they do, we're going to donate $20,000 to them right now.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
In honor of both of you. Absolutely.
Jeez.
In honor of Adam
I have
Rippon and Jenna
That's
Johnson.
amazing.
And I'm hoping to see you the night you host the event. Trevor Project is fantastic.
I'll be there.
You know what?
Honestly, I'll be there.
Growing up a little gay kid in Dallas, Texas, I never needed a Trevor Project because for some reason I navigated the waters with no problem. In the middle of the Bible Belt, I had no issues. There was one guy who made fun of me in high school. He used to call me a faggot and stuff like that. He ended up being Miss Gay Texas 20 years later. I don't know.
What?
He was like a big drag queen. Did very well. But anyway.
It was me. It was me.
But I see through my work and my studies with Trevor Project, and of course the community center here in New York City, you see what the road for a lot of these kids, and it's not good. So anything that can be done for them is fantastic, and what you're doing is just the best.
Oh, thank you. I'm an older brother to 5 of my siblings. As it happens, if
You're
they're
the
your siblings.
old responsible brother.
Well, you know what? I'm just at least older.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think like growing up, I grew up in a really small town in the middle of the woods in Pennsylvania, and I kind of felt like I didn't have a role model growing up, and it was tough. And I was really lucky because skating brought me to so many big cities. And I honestly used to live out in New Jersey, and I would listen to your show every morning.
Oh, really?
I'm so excited to be here.
That's so cool.
It's so cool.
Jenna, where'd you grow up?
Utah.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
They don't want us in Utah. They took us right off. I don't know.
But they have a huge gay community there, which
Yeah.
is insane. But imagine that.
And it's all head by Jenna.
Yeah.
You're the queen of
Yes,
the gays
yes.
in Utah. And Val, we love Val.
Yeah,
Me
we've known
too.
Val for years. He's like, we went to his 30th birthday or Max's 30th birthday party back in the day.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
That was classy.
Oh, yeah. Jenna.
Well, look, congratulations.
Wait, can I ask one question?
Oh, no. You can stay on all day.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if someone walks in, like obviously you wanted to work with him,
Yes.
and you got excited. If someone walks in and you're so disappointed with who they gave you, how do you hide it?
I'm really good at acting. So
If you threw a big enough fit, would they change?
Switch
No.
it? No. Like
Really?
Kareem
No.
Abdul-Jabbar is an icon. But
Yes.
when he walks in, you kind of go, yeah, I'm not winning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how?
one of my best friends is Lindsay Arnold.
Okay.
And she was with him this past season.
Right.
I thought she did incredible.
She did.
She sat on a girl's shoulders and danced with
Right.
Kareem. Like
Yeah.
that was one of their dances. But it is hard. You have your challenges, but you kind of just roll with the punches.
Okay.
You know what? I was curious about something. Was there ever talk about the possibility of you being matched with with a male dancer on the show?
I think a few people, it got brought up once or twice, but honestly, I think that if they were to do like a competition or a challenge where they matched people up with the same sex, like 2 girls dance together or 2 boys dance together, I think it would be awesome. I don't think that needs to be like a sexual thing.
Right.
I think like
Right.
it's
No, I
cool.
agree.
It's just cool. Like
Yeah.
it would be cool. But being a gay guy dancing with the girl, I felt like I was sort of at an advantage because, Val would come in and kind of help and he'd be like, touch her! I'm like,
And I was like,
where? He's like, anywhere! Move her! I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, what did you feel, Jenna, that dancing with Adam, was there ever an awkwardness between the two of you?
No.
I mean, did you ever
there
feel
was an immediate, like, a comfortability with each other.
okay?
And there were no hesitations, and I feel like with someone straight, you're like, oh, I have to flirt with them kind of to get them to do something.
Oh, really?
Well,
This
it's
is what
hard.
happens?
It's difficult, And so being with a gay person was like the best.
Well, because like there's that connection, but you don't need. There's no like, oh no, my wife is gonna be upset. I don't got no wife.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, now I do.
Oh,
now
Sorry.
Don't
Well,
forget.
look, I tell you,
It's our last day, I know.
every morning after a performance, we would come in and we'd be buzzing, especially Danielle, her family. I
love
mean,
it.
they were glued to the show every week.
We watch the repeats and the Christmas, finale, and
Yeah.
and we rewatch. My son, we love it.
That's
So
so
it
cute.
brings us together as a family. It really does because we
Good. I
enjoy
hope so.
watching it together as a family and rooting on our favorite teams and voting and everything. It's awesome. I love it. So,
you.
yeah.
Well, congratulations. So do you have a follow-up question? Because I don't want to
No,
end
I'm
the
good.
interview if you have
I
more.
could sit and talk to them for hours,
could
but I
too.
know we gotta go.
By the way, we actually, they're using Dimitri, our driver,
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
So I don't have, we can't go anywhere. 'cause
You can't go
we
anywhere.
have him.
you have him until 7 tonight. So just
fun,
go,
kids.
go.
I'll be back by 7.
Go like the wind, old ladies. Adam Rippon and Jenna Johnson, of course, the winners, 26th season of Dancing with the Stars. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you guys.